But you got to change that tolerance. And that's why I was going through niggas like crazy. Can't fuck with it. Nope, don't like it. Don't like this. Oh, this outweigh this. Got to go. New nigga me, please.
What's good to YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you click that notification bell. Leave your comments down below and enjoy this reaction video. What's good to YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. You have just entered the Break Room Chronicles. What breaks are normally 15 minutes, but y'all over here, we break for 1 damn hour. Shouts out to the 2 Live crew. Child, I see you. By far the best damn chat on YouTube, honey. You better ask someone about this 2 Live crew. Oh, and shouts out to the Bush Gang. Hey, Bush Watchers. What it do, Bush Gang? Shouts out to the Replay Gang. Hey, Replay Gang. Thanks so much for stopping by. Make sure you let us know in the bottom of the video that you're Replay Gang in this thing. So myself and the 2 Live crew definitely know it's real. Hey, y'all, what's good? I hope y'all are feeling good and doing great. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over here in the damn break room, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Y'all know what time it is. Yes, honey. Luvd by Erica is back in the break room, y'all. I said, sis over there getting that guap. Okay, she over there getting that chiola. Okay? Y'all, she came out with episode 3 titled I'm Broke. So if you guys are not familiar, a few days ago, her arch nemesis, Creole Bay, called herself coming out with a video trying to put Erica in her place. And in that video, you guys, Creole Bay referenced that Erica was had a history of getting her utilities shut off and things of this nature. Well, honey, Erica said, yeah, that might have been my story, but it ain't my damn story now. I said, whoa, oh my goodness, what's going on around here? Now, y'all, we do understand. Again, I'm going to make this very, very clear. We understand in this whole soap opera that Luvd by Erica, Creole Bay, Mucker, and Damian Cryer are involved in. We understand everybody has taken sides, right? And then some of y'all are like us over here in the break room. Child, we just watching, eating our popcorn, okay? Period. However, what I like to do is I like to pull up the videos and I like to give my honest, raw reaction. Because again, you guys, I have no hat in any of these races. I know none of these people. I'm not affiliated with any of them. I am just like you guys. I simply watch them on the internet, and then I choose to take the reaction, make it a video for your guys' entertainment, okay? Because they're doing it for our entertainment. All this that these people are doing is under pure entertainment. Now, it's funny that I say that because the other day, somebody came into my live well, actually the comment section of a video that I did on Erica. I think it was Erica's season, was it episode 2 maybe? I don't remember, y'all. So much going on. But they left a comment that made a lot of sense, okay? And I'm going to kind of paraphrase the comment right now because I don't have it in front of me. But by the time I edit this video, I will put it on the screen. But the person basically said that they believe that Creole Bay and Mucker have been together. They have been together for quite some time. I believe the person, their comments basically was coming off my train of thought as well. I feel like all of this, in some way, shape, or form, or fashion, it's an act, but it's not, because we know the kids that Erica is birthing are definitely not props, right? But we do know that Erica, Damien, I'm not so much familiar with the Muckers, but we know all these people are under management contracts. Like they're being managed by a management entertainment company. Okay. So again, Erica having babies for these random men, I don't think that's like a part of the skit. At least I hope not, because babies are forever. So, but I don't know. But when that person made that comment to me, it kind of sounded believable. Like I had to actually think about it. And I was like, you know what? It's because if you look at the vibe of Creole Bay and Mucker, they, just like her and Damien, just like Creole Bay and Damien, in my opinion, their relationship was very short-lived. You'll hear Erica reference in her video response to Creole Bay that her and Damien were only together a few months, right? And they weren't even together 6 months, okay? And although you've seen Damien and Creole Bay interact with each other, but I didn't see them interact with each other the way Creole Bay and Mucker interact with each other. Like Creole Bay looks at that man as if she is madly in love with him. And we do understand love at first sight type situations, but Creole Bay gives me like she been knowing this man forever, right? She doesn't give me, I actually really started dating this man a few months ago, and within just a very short period of time, they went from the first date to we engaged to we just got a house together, and just here today, at the time of this filming of this video, the Creole Bay just put out a video on her channel where she shows the finished tour of their home that they have together. And I might say it is a very beautifully furnished home. I can't say that. It looks very nice, okay? It looks very comfortable. I'll say that. Now, it's not a big, gigantic house, but it definitely looks very comfortable. I would live there, okay? How many of you guys would live in that house? Just let me know down in the comment section. So she did that. And when you watch how they interact with each other in that video, you definitely get vibes of they're very familiar with each other. It doesn't really give me we're still trying to get to know each other. It gives me we've been knowing each other. So it might be some validity into that. Again, I really don't know, because they're engaged, but yet a lot of the decor in their house makes it as if they're already married. Like Mr. and Mrs. everywhere, and they're clearly still engaged. So again, I don't know, maybe that's just their choice of decor or whatever, because they are engaged and they're planning on getting married. But like I said, y'all, the internet is an opportunity for a lot of people to make money, and these characters in this story are definitely getting a piece of the pie, okay? So let's get into Erica's video. And I want you guys to go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions down below as you're watching this with me. And let me know your thoughts and opinions based off everything that's said in the video. Like I said, we're going to start this video kind of midways in. Erica basically starts this video off explaining the audio recording that Creole Bay had in her video when she called herself clapping back at Erica. So Erica starts this video off describing how she figured out how that got filmed, and she didn't record it because she felt like her and Raquan were on even ground, and so she discussed some more things. So we're just going to start it a little bit past the beginning,
because it's like I can't even talk to him unless she's present, which is why I don't talk to him. I'll either text him or I'm gonna get to that. But he said no, she wasn't with him. I said, well, who's with you? And he said that it was his homeboy. And I'm like, okay. So I started talking. I said, first of all, I know you may have felt like I had cheated on you, but I never did. I said, but there has been some things going on. I feel like the same thing is happening again. And I pretty much started talking to him about, what Damien had told me. And he asked me, because I had mentioned about, like, there was a recording. And so he asked me, he made it seem like he was interested in hearing the recording, and he asked me, could I send it to his phone? And I said no, because I don't really like trust you. Like, I feel like we got to build trust, And he was like, well, when's the next time you coming into town? And I was like, I don't know, maybe sometime next week. I can come this week if you need me to, so that he could hear the recording, not to meet up to do anything more, anything less. And some of you guys may feel like I was overstepping boundaries, but I don't feel like I was overstepping boundaries, because me and this man has a son together.
Right. Exactly, Erica. You and him have a son together. So if he asks you when was the next time you're coming into town, and your response was, I don't know, but if you need me to come, I could come this week. Sis, I would feel like it would be more on a spend time with his son instead of further mixing up the drama that's going on. Because at some point, in my opinion, these grown people need to let the drama go past. I understand, drama sells and they're making money off of it, but I wish they would leave the kids out of it. If y'all gonna go back and forth, just leave the kids out of it. You'll see later in this video, Erica is breastfeeding her baby while she hooping and hollering about her feelings about how Creole Bay made her feel some type of way when she called her broke, or basically brought up her recent past of her not being able to pay her bills, okay? I just really feel like when you're breastfeeding a child, that should be a calm, quiet, intimate moment, not you literally filming basically a reaction video. Like, in my opinion, these ladies' priorities, regardless if the whole end game is to make coin, to take care of your family, it's the way they do things. I feel like it's very off-putting, in my opinion. I do understand there are a lot of people out here that want more, but I just really feel like if you wanted to breastfeed your baby, why couldn't you just stop the video, breastfeed your baby, and then pick up where you left off? What was the purpose of breastfeeding the baby and doing a whole reaction at the same time? Like, that's weird to me.
His first son. And if it was overstepping boundaries for me to contact him and we have a son together, then it must have surely been overstepping boundaries when she contacted him, looking him up on Facebook, didn't even know this man, to tell him that I told her and Damien that he had choked me. So if we're going to overstep boundaries, we're just going to overstep boundaries. That's what it is.
Now, in my opinion, yes, Creole Bay did overstep her boundaries. If she did, it actually reach out to Rakan and tell Rakan that there was a conversation that Erica had. More than likely, she probably had the conversation with Damien, and Damien pillow talked and told Creole Bay. Or Erica probably did tell Creole Bay and Damien together, because at some point Erica she didn't know who Creole Bay was. So I think Erica probably, because we know from watching Erica has basically taken the influence of other women on the internet, people in her comment section, people with channels, and she's kind of latched onto them for like advice and guidance, or just for a person to talk to. So we do know there was time there that could have been a situation where Erica actually confided in Damien and Creole Bay, or she could have confided in Damien and Damien told Creole Bay. Now, in my opinion, yes, Erica's right. Creole Bay had no business reaching out to Rakan, telling him anything, because she shouldn't have been invested like that, right? Like, if a woman comes to you and tells you that her man just choked her out, wouldn't your allegiance be to that woman as from woman to woman? Like, that right there showed me Creole Bay never liked Erica, which makes me feel that she's always been watching, right? Because why wouldn't your allegiance be to Erica? Like, sounding as if she's a battered woman, right? Why did you feel like you needed to warn Rakan, who, in my opinion, was the perpetrator in the situation? Y'all let me know your thoughts down below.
It didn't go left until, first of all, I heard some whispering. I kept hearing some whispering, and it wasn't no homeboy type of whisper or whatever. And like, I felt like Muggs was just playing with me. Like, all he could have said was that, you know, he was with her, and I would have politely, you know, text him whatever I need to text him, or I could have relayed the message to his mother, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. But the fact that,
why would you need to relay the message to Rakan's mother about some gossip Damien told you about Rakan and Creole Bay? I mean, Erica, in all fairness, you really need to keep Mother Mucker out of it. She has nothing to do with what you and Rakan got going on. The only thing that she is a part of is birthing Rakan. That's it, sis. You know, I don't understand, unless Mother Mucker is making Erica feel like she can confide in her, but I don't even know if she's being disingenuous by doing that. Like, I don't know. I just really feel like if Mother Mucker was talking to Erica, she would probably encourage her to just, you know, try to encourage her to be a better woman, a better person for her, you know, children, and maybe minimize her diving deeper into the drama. So, you know, I couldn't be Mother Mucker. Erica couldn't call me and tell me, I got some tea I need you to give to your son. No, we couldn't have that relationship. You call me if something's going on with my grandson, or if you want to just call and just woman to woman, because, you know, obviously Mother Mucker is older than her. And if you just want to confide in her as an older woman, but here's the thing, Erica has a mother, okay? And I'm pretty sure Erica's mother is aware of what Erica is going through with the men in her life, which are the baby daddies of her children, right? So why not confide in your mother, you know, instead of going to your baby daddy's mother, who you don't even have a solid relationship with the baby daddy, because the baby daddy has a whole nother woman in his life who is getting ready to be his wife. Who child?
like, he lied. Like, I was triggered because it's like, here you go lying again. And one of the other first things that I asked him was, have you talked to Damien? And he said no. And I know Damien doesn't lie about stuff like that. Like, he just don't. Like, the stuff that Damien lied about is like stupid stuff. Like him going to the store, and I'm like, it don't take you 45 minutes to go to a gas station to get an energy drink, and the whole time he was there playing the lottery or doing a scratch off thing. Like, and he'll say he wasn't. Like, that's the type of lies that he lied about. So again, I'm triggered. I hear whispering in the background, and whatever y'all heard is whatever y'all heard. At that time, I was not recording because I'm like, okay, everybody got an issue with people recording and stuff like that, so we're gonna just have a conversation one-on-one. So I wasn't thinking to record, but like I said, I'm telling y'all what the beginning was before they hit the record button or whatever. And also, my what was it? Oh, my Bluetooth had hooked up, like my car speaker was hooked up to my phone. So I was talking, and I guess nobody heard me because it went like silent. So I was like, hey, hold on 1 second. And I hooked it back up, and then that's why I was like, can you hear me? So from that point forward, I guess they maybe felt like I was recording, but I wasn't. It's like, when does it end? At some point, I feel like somebody has to be, between me and him, has to be the mature adult, and I feel like I've been the mature adult throughout this whole time. All I've asked was for him to help me with doctor bills and Makina shots and all that stuff, and he didn't. And like, okay, I'm against that. So
yes, sis. I mean, the reason why people are still recording, even if it sounds like you've retreated from that tactic, I guess Rakan is trying to CYA, cover your ass type situation when it comes to dealing with you, because you know the people on the internet in this circle of the drama that's going on, since they know how you get down. Okay, now maybe you got caught slipping because you didn't have your recording button on play. And they did, sis. So, I mean, at this point, that's just kind of your bag situation. Because, I mean, I personally don't feel like y'all need to be recording each other because, again, all of you guys are adults. I don't understand, but we know why y'all do this. And the people that's watching, such as myself and everybody in the comments, we know why you guys record because it's about the coin.
That was that. Yeah, that was that. So that's what the recording was. I'm gonna be addressing a couple like major things that I feel like needs to be addressed, and I'm gonna get up off of here so I can go and tend to my 3 handsome kings. You know that I don't need a man to raise. Like people got the game sold up. Like I don't want somebody that don't want me. If that makes sense.
You don't want somebody that don't want you. What does that have to do with them being a father to your children? See, I think, Erica, you equate them as the same. Unfortunately, it happens like that, right? Relationships don't work out. Babies come out of those relationships, and the adults should still manage to take care of the children appropriately without being in a sexual relationship, okay? So in your situation, when you say you just want a man to love you, what that got to do with him raising his child? How come he can't raise his child without loving you? I mean, I'm just saying. And I'm not talking from a place like I've never experienced this. I'm a person who has experienced this, you know? And obviously in the beginning, it's hard to digest the man don't want you. Like that's hard for any woman, especially if you like the man or in love with the man. But the reality is you can't force a situation. So I hate when Erica does that because it just makes me feel like she thinks more about herself instead of the children. Granted, you can take care of your children. But one thing Erica or any woman can never do is to teach a boy how to be a man because we're not men, we're women. So we can't teach them that. So even if you got, sometimes you got to put your pride to the side, your feelings to the side, and you got to understand, okay, although I love this man, he don't want me. Like you got to swallow that. Sometimes that swallowing, that pill is going to go, it's going to feel like it's getting stuck going down because it's going to hurt. But guess what? If you swallow hard enough, eventually it'll go all the way down. Okay? So that's what she needs to do in this situation, in my opinion.
When I said to him that I was still hurt, not from the level of you did me dirty. You feel me? I'm still hurt that there's a child involved in the situation, a very messy situation, and you can't see that. So, of course, like nobody is ever going to use either one of my kids against me to try to hurt me, and I stand on that.
But he can see it's a messy situation, sis. That's why he's still recording you. It is about the fact that your feelings got hurt. Yes, sis, that's what it's about. Because had Rakan stayed with you throughout the whole pregnancy, this video, season 2, episode 3, would have never happened.
That's why I said I don't know who you think you're talking to. I don't know what you think you're running. I don't care if you was his wife. I don't care if you was. I don't know. Like I just don't know. Like I don't know. Like what woman would even sit there on a public platform and be bold enough to say, "I'm going to see your child." Girl, you ain't went through now labor pain. Your name ain't on now documents. Like you're not running nothing. Know your role. Know your place. Sit there. You're a girlfriend. You're not even a fiance. I don't care how many tattoos you get on your body. Cool. I don't have to mark anybody's name on my body.
No, you don't, Erica, because you just get him a whole baby. Yes, sis. It probably would. You probably should do tattoos. Yeah, you just get him in whole humans. You bypass the ink and go straight to the whole baby, girl.
I don't even have my kid's name on my body. Like, let alone if I did tat a dude's name to show him that it's real, it's not going to be ×3. I don't move like that. I move like a lady. I will never mark my body. The only marks that will be on my body is the marks from my kids that was a stretch mark.
Okay, Erica, you better not ever come on here with no tattoo with no man name on it, because we're going to pull this video up, okay? Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of tattoos, but to each his own. I'm not knocking anybody who do that. But sis, her tattoos, like that's your comeback, sis. You trying to clown her because she got his name tattooed on her 3 times? Like, sis, that ain't nothing to clown about. Now, if he leave her with them 3 tattoos on her body of him and he's no longer with her, then now you can clown her. But right now, sis, you can't really clown her because she got the man and the tattoos. And hell, they just did a finished home tour. I'm just saying, sis.
We're not the same. We're not built from the same cloth. So the first thing that I noticed was that I was called a roach. First of all,
now hold on, sis. I do feel like y'all are built from the same cloth. You know why I feel that way? Because you decided to react to her. So you basically, although you're defending yourself or defending what she said about you in the video, the fact still remain you decided to take the same tactic as she did. Okay, you clapping back at her. You ridiculed her about her tattoos. You said she only a girlfriend, although she got a whole engagement ring over there on her hand. He ain't said that she's just a girlfriend. He said she's a fiance. That's what Mr. Mucker said. So, y'all definitely are built from the same cloth. She got 2 kids by 2 different men, allegedly, that she's not with. You have 3 children by 3 different men that you're not with. But shit, sis, sound like it's the same damn cloth to me. What y'all think?
Roach. But if I was a roach, I'm pretty sure I would be a badass roach. And I didn't even to call somebody a roach, that's pretty low. That's pretty low. But we're gonna charge that to the game because like I can't make this up. Like you can't really get mad at something that you know is not true. Like, girl, if I was a roach, I would be a pretty roach. Like, and if I
not saying you would be a pretty roach. And girl, since when a roach ever been pretty? How many of y'all seen a roach in your house and say, "Ooh, it's so pretty. Look at that little pretty roach"? Nah, y'all going for the nearest shoe or the can of Raid trying to get that pesky pest up out your damn house. These people are not clever by any means. These have been the weirdest reads I've ever seen in my life. Like, these people do not know how to read by any means. You basically, associating yourself as a pretty roach, like, sis, okay. My God. Now she say she gonna be a pretty roach.
If I was a roach, I would still get my nails and toes done, and I would still get my eyelashes done. People would still be trying to take.
Not the roach gonna get her nails and toes done. Damn, do roaches? Well, I guess they do got feet. Do they got hands too? Hell, I don't know. Y'all let me know. This is so funny.
People love me when I walk in Walmart. Like, I'd be the baddest roach you ever met in your life. Because I'm built like that.
Not you trying to be hood. Not you built like a roach. You built like a bad roach. Erica, sis. This ain't it. The next time you want to read a bitch, sis, send it to TMR. Let me go over it. Let me proofread it. And I'll correct you what needs to be corrected, sis. Because not you claiming to be a bad bitch roach with manicured feet and nails. This is so funny.
Like I said, we're not cut from the same cloth. Like, I don't have to. Me calling you a woodpecker and him Ricardo, like, that was because, again, like, I wasn't going to say y'all names. And I thought it was funny. So, in my video, I pretty much said exactly what was said to me, verbatim, exactly. And it came from my child's father, Damien. So, to say that I'm lying, you didn't say that, well, whatever you heard was a lie, because I didn't tell him that. Like, you just went straight into the jugular. Like, I'm not the one that said this. I said in my video, Damien said this. So if anybody should have got checked, it should have been him.
Why does Damien need to get checked with what you said on your video? So now you telling her you telling her the appropriate person she needs to chastise, since she checked you because you repeated it, right? You said it's no. So what? You put a disclaimer in there. Damien said that you said at the end of the day, you the one that carried the bone, sis. You brought the bone to your channel. That's why she came for you. Okay? If you would have said what that on Damien's channel, she would have came for Damien because it was on his channel. Oh Lord, this is rough.
So why didn't you check him? Because I guess everything that I said was true, which is why you're so mad. Like, oh my.
Girl, she didn't check Damien because she don't have to. She don't like you. She don't care nothing about Damien. You're her arch nemesis, okay? You and her the ones that got something in common. She don't have a baby with Damien, so she don't give a damn about Damien. If she cared about Damien, she would be sitting over there in Damien's face, sis. She checked you because you got a newly born baby by her fiance over there, ma'am. Like, damn, do y'all really know what's going on over here? Because it sounds like y'all missing parts of the story, okay?
Oh my God, I don't think out of all the females that have came to me on the internet, like, you are the most pressed, and you're about to be the wife. Like, I'm just a baby mama. Like you said, very unfortunate. I feel the same way, but
Erica, you're not just the baby mama. You're the baby mama. Like, you're the baby mama. Remember, you say it all the time. You're the one that gave him his first son. So don't minimize your position, because just like she got a position as being fiance, almost wife, you got a position as being his baby's mother. Okay? So you got a position too, sis. You're in his life as well. You may not be in the life in the same capacity as Creole Bay, but you in his life because you, just like his other baby mother, she got a position too. She the one who had his first born children. So that's her position. You're the one that had his first son. That's your position. And Creole Bay may be the woman who marries him. Okay, everybody got a part in this play that we call Dysfunction on YouTube.
like, to get that mad, that's insane, sis. Like, you didn't laugh at hardly anything. You laughed at when you said, tell baby whites that you would see him soon or something like that, and then you said to give him a kiss. Girl, you will never ever put your lips on another one of my kids ever, and you will never touch my son. So again, I don't even have to keep saying it because you're not his mother. I'm his mother, so I call the shots. Yes, I do have way more with courts involved. I have enough proof that you're insane. You're a psycho. You're a super fan. That's what you are. That's what.
Erica, unless you got a badass attorney, I don't know how that's going to be hold any prejudice in the courts, because you feel like she's a super fan. If you go in that court and start playing audio recordings and showing text messages, that judge gonna look at you like you crazy over there. Okay. Her having an opinion about you is not against the law, sis. Her being messy is not against the law. Do you have any proof where she has done something criminally? Like, do you have any proof of that? Has she done anything negligent to your child or any of your children? Do you have any proof of that? Like, that's the only thing the courts is going to want to hear. They don't care nothing about you because she reached out to Mucka and told him that you said that he put his hands on you. Yeah, the courts don't care nothing. That's called gossiping, girl. They don't care nothing about gossip. What in the world?
That's what they're gonna call you in court. There was emphasis on that I got into it with one of my baby's daddies.
Child, not the woman breastfeeding the baby. Oh my God. When I tell y'all, you cannot make this ish up. Girl, now you not breastfeeding the baby while you trying to chew this woman out. Oh my God, this is so crazy. This is so cringy.
It's no secret, guys. I have three beautiful Black kings, okay, that will grow up to be powerful, strong, respectful, having morals. Let me tell you, standards, high self-esteem, high self-confidence, be about business. They will be a people's person. They will grow up to have the greatest personality in the world, all thanks to their mother, who just wanted to find love. And in doing so,
what does that have to do with your boys growing up to be respectful men because their mama wanted to find love? So you basically saying you're going to build your boys into the man that you hope to find one day? Is that what you mean to say, Erica? You probably should have just said that, sis. That would have been a little bit more quicker and more precise. Oh, Lord.
It happened to be by three different men. I'm not embarrassed of it anymore. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I have embraced it. Because if it wasn't for those three men, I would not be the mother to these three kings. It's a blessing, like.
Girl, look, let me tell you something, Erica, and I think you may know this. What in the world are you embarrassed about of something that you keep doing? You keep putting yourself in positions to be a single mom by multiple men. Why the hell are you embarrassed about that? You did it, right? So you just got to own up to your actions. I mean, at the end of the day, those are your blessings. So just move on. Like look, just like Damien was attracted to you being a single mom of one child, then Mucker was attracted to you being a single mom of two children by two different men. Girl, there's nothing to say that another man can't come along and be attracted to you being a single mama of three kids by three different men. Okay, there's nowhere. I mean, child, there's somebody for everybody. Okay.
Like people, they'll try to put you down over something that you can never. Shy owns it. Yes, my name is Erica White. And I have three different baby daddies, in which one of those men, which is Camden father, I was with for 6 years, and I was married to for 2 years. That's the story. Nothing more, nothing less. And yeah. Now, while we count baby daddies, like how many bodies? We don't want to go there. Like how many bodies do mugs have around here? Like people be so worried about like
how many bodies do she have? Do you know how many bodies Creole Bay has? Like that's if anything, Erica, she could say the same thing about you. She don't know. Just because you had 3 kids by 3 different men don't mean that's the only 3 men you slept with, unless that's what you're saying. She could say the same thing. She could say, okay, well, I've been with 4 men. You know what I mean? You've been with 3, she been with 4. 2 that she had children with, and 2, which Damien and Mucker, that she don't have children with. I mean, like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, y'all act like, I don't know, it gives me very childish high school vibes. Like, these is conversations I would think women in their early 20s or late teens would be having. Not women with kids, houses, bills, jobs, and responsibilities would be having. Like, what difference does it make how many bodies? And like, unless you're trying to sleep with Creole Bay, what difference does it make to you how many bodies that she's had? And what difference should it make to Creole Bay how many baby daddies you have? I mean, you got 3, she got 2. What's the difference? You got 1 more than her. That's it. And quiet as kept, if Creole Bay wouldn't have had a miscarriage, she probably would have had 3 baby daddies, and y'all would have been equal. Let's continue.
how many baby daddies I have. Okay, cool. I know who all 3 of those men are. All 3 of them. I didn't lie and pin them on somebody else because I wouldn't do that. I'm not the type of person. I'm not built like that. And again, I am cut from a different cloth. And I feel like this. As far as the whole DNA thing, I don't think that the DNA test is for him. I really feel like it's for someone else. And I just feel like, again, that this person is so invested in my life. Like, even reaching out to Damien. Okay, if you wanted to reach out to Damien to make peace, it should have been because you wanted to reach out to him to make peace. It shouldn't have been because they both got a baby by me and they're going to eventually end up crossing paths. Like, we don't know y'all, to be honest. And that's sad to say, but we don't know y'all. They will not.
Girl, what you mean we don't know y'all? What you talking about? You and Damien don't know? Who is the we? Because, I mean, okay, so you don't know y'all, meaning you don't know Mucker and Creole Bay. But since you had a baby by that anonymous man that you don't know. So you don't even make sense by saying that. You know, the reason why that woman, again, I feel like Creole Bay was stepping, you know, she was out of bounds for doing that because that has nothing to do with her. But I see her reasoning. She basically was trying to mend the fences with these 2 men because, I mean, theoretically, she's right. Y'all do have, they both have babies by the same woman. And one day their paths might meet. Who knows? Okay. We unless you're going to have them on different pickup schedules, who knows? So the last thing that should happen is they both pull up in their cars in front of your house, and these men is mean mugging each other for no apparent reason, for some, you know, gossip, messy stuff. So, Erica, okay, girl, let me try to finish.
Not be crossing paths with each other, especially you. Like, nobody knows who you are. You was with Damien for what, 2 months, maybe 3, 4. I was with him for 3 or 4 months. Like, we don't know y'all at all, which is why there shouldn't have been a baby involved, because there is. Like, I'm not going to.
Now, Erica, you sounding stupid now. Okay, you're sounding very stupid. You should have edited this part out because this is making you sound stupid. What does we don't know y'all? What does that mean? Like you said, you had a baby by a man you didn't know. So what makes her any different than you? You keep saying y'all cut from the same cloth, but it sounds like y'all cut from the same damn cloth. Well, no, you said y'all cut from a different cloth. Sounds like you guys are cut from the same cloth. Because just like you just said it. You was with Damien for a couple of months. She was with Damien for a couple of months. You was with Khan for a couple of months. She been with him for a couple of months. But the only difference with her is she managed to get a ring out of him. And you didn't get that. You got a baby. Sounds like that's what you want. Me personally, you guys, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I feel like, and again, this is just my thought. I feel like Erica purposely get with men that she knows she can't have, right? And how she solidifies a space in there that with those men, she has a baby for them. I really do feel like Erica reaches, you know, she associates herself with men that she knows that she more than likely is not going to have a long-standing relationship. But Erica knows men are horny, and she's not an ugly girl. She's, you know, she has a cute shape. She's not like oddly built. So she knows, you know, she can persuade a man to sleep with her. Hence, Damien slept with him, had a baby. Rakan slept with her, had a baby. But I personally feel like she potentially goes after men that she knows she can't really have a relationship with. Hence, the reason why she has a baby with him. Because then she knows now, although I may not be your wife, but I'm your baby mama. So I'm always going to be in your life, regardless of what those men do after her. Like they go off and get other women, other wives, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever. Erica knows her position always stays the same as long as she has a child with him. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below.
disown my child because I was in an unfortunate situation because I ignored red flags. Like, I am grateful that he was able to give me another son. But as far as y'all, like, I just feel like people are just way too invested and they're just trying to insert themselves in something that don't have nothing to do with them. Like, I am not all in this girl's business. I didn't dig up her ex-husband. I don't know him. I wasn't the one that dug him up. So never met this man a day in my life, never talked to him. But even so, like, let's say I did have a conversation with, let's hypothetically speak here. If there was ever a conversation with her ex-husband, it wouldn't be on no like flirty type, let's get together and do YouTube together. Like, that's weird. That is so weird. And any of y'all that don't understand.
It is weird, Erica. It is very weird that she backdoored you and got with Rakan. Yes, sis, it is very weird. However, you keep focusing on that doesn't change it, right? It doesn't change it. It may be hard for you to deal with currently because you just had a baby by the man not even 3 months ago. So it's a current situation for you, but you know, it does happen. You know, it's unfortunate that it happened to you, but it definitely does happen. Yeah, she definitely did backdoor you, and she was dead wrong for that. I stand on the fact that I don't understand how that woman even got involved with Rakan, or why she would, let me say this, why she would get involved with him, because there's plenty of men in Houston who have money, right? She says she's a nurse. Like, don't you work around people in the medical profession that would, you know, have similar pay grades or higher pay grades? It's just like she creeping all around the YouTube streets to find men. I find that very off-putting. Like, it's almost like Creole Bay use YouTube as a dating app. You know what I'm saying? Like, she using YouTube as a whole dating app. Erica, I mean, and not so much you, because you didn't meet Rakan on the internet. But, I mean, Creole Bay met both her men basically from the internet, okay? Because Erica introduced Rakan to the internet, and that's how Creole Bay was able to find out who he was. Like, it is very, Creole Bay, sis, it's definitely giving me weirdo vibes.
Stand there, let it happen to you guys. It's so, like, people are so quick to say how they wouldn't react to certain situations and all that because they've never been in a situation. Like, it's weird. And ain't no weirdness gonna be around my kids. I don't care who say that they gonna be around my kid. Like, you're not the mother. They're just like me saying that I'm gonna take your child shopping, for example. You're like, no, girl, you ain't gonna take my child nowhere. And I'm like, yes, I am. You ain't got no say so. Because when the courts do this, girl, you must not know much about the courts. Girl, I was a police officer for 4 years. Don't you think I know the court system and what they're looking for? You're going to look crazy in court.
Sis, now you probably shouldn't have used that example because you being a police officer for 4 years and claiming you know the courts and how the courts run, well, sis, then you should have probably been able to foresee when you lost your police license for being involved in that prank with Chris Sales and them. You probably should have seen that coming. I don't think you seen that coming, sis, because if you knew that was coming, you probably would have loaned out your police car for YouTube pranks. So, Princess, you probably shouldn't have used yourself as a good example.
Stop it. You're not welcome here. You're not welcomed around my son, and you never will be. And I know that hurts your feelings. I know it does, because I can relate. And I'm going to tell you how I can relate, because I think you mentioned in your video, I think she mentioned in her video something about how she met up with the Prince family. Let's just say their names. Like, you know, you can't treat them like they're invisible because they're known worldwide. They're all over this platform, and they are my son, Dion, they're older siblings. So let's be real. She was bragging on, I guess, meeting up with them at a strip club. Okay, cool. Now, even though, you know, you got me on that one, a lot of Damien exes probably have met them and I haven't. Cool. Kudos.
Nah, ain't no cool kudos. How come you haven't met the Prince family? Shit, you was with the man longer than her. Why? I'm gonna leave that alone because that's a mute conversation.
And I'm pretty sure if Damien was to get in another relationship with somebody else, I'm pretty sure that they would be allowed to meet them too. Very unfortunate, it is, but I'm not upset about that at all. But one thing that I do know, and two is for sure, I've never met them, but they know a lot about me. And they watch a lot of things that I do as well. And I'm pretty sure they even know that whenever that time does come, because it will come, you cannot avoid it. Life will eventually happen, and the universe will put us in the same space as each other. Even if it's for a second, it will happen. And there.
Girl, are you praying that this happened? Like, is you calling this into existence? Sis, it sounds kind of stalkerish that you're hoping that the universe will put you and the Prince family in the same space. Now that's giving me super fan vibes. Oh, this, yeah, I don't care what you guys say in the comments. This is weird. Erica's behavior right now is very weird to me. How she basically is speaking into existence that she is going to meet the Prince family, as if that's the thing that you need to be speaking into existence. I would be more likely to speak into existence having a channel of their size, making the type of money that they make, versus meeting them, because meeting them ain't gonna put a damn dime in your pocket.
There is a God, and he hears prayers. I'm pretty sure that they know that our first meetup will not be.
God hears prayers. So, girl, you've been praying that you meet the Prince family? Oh, Lord, slap me and call me Lucy. Are you? Erica, I think this is going to be my last episode. Because, sis, you sound delusional. I'm sorry, sis. This does not sound... I guess I can't relate because I've never fantasized meeting somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like, I have people that I'm like, oh my God, you know, I see people on TV and I'm like, oh. But nowadays, you know, being a fan is nothing today like it was 30 years ago. When I was a kid and I would see New Edition on in a video, or when I went to my first New Edition concert, and I was like, oh my God, because they weren't as accessible as they are now. You can go on Instagram right now and damn near any one of your favorite celebrity is probably live right now. And they'll be live in their car, in their living room, outside their house, in their backyard, near their swimming pool. Like they might be live in their dressing room. Like it's celebrity. So her saying that God answers prayers and equating that to meeting the Prince family, like, is that what this was all about? Is that was the reason why you wanted to get with Damien, so you could get close to the Prince family? And here Dion is too, and that still ain't happening or hasn't happened. Like Damien has not made any effort for your dream to come true. Hell, episode 4 need to be about that. It needs to be about why Damien hasn't put you in the presence of the Prince family, of your son's brother. That's what episode 4. Do you need to stop talking about Creole Bay? Okay? We don't even want to hear about her anymore. Because you talking about she'll never see your son, she'll never be in the same room. I mean, sis, at the end of the day, the courts, you said the courts are involved, well, the judge is going to have the final answer.
At a strip club, maybe at a restaurant, maybe at one of our homes, gas station, zoo, you know, like I'm not the strip club type of girl. And even, you know, bragging about something like that, like that's nothing to brag about. Also, let's address me being broke. So, have I been broke before? Yes. I believe that we all have. Have I had my lights turned off? Have I had my gas turned off? Yes, before I have. I've even went periods where I didn't hardly eat anything because I wanted to make sure that my kids had whatever that they needed. That was before.
Now, sis, I'm going to just say this. You're right. We all have experienced broke periods, okay? You definitely are right about that. However, You just said you've had periods where you didn't eat, so your kids with an S on the end. So I'm just going to assume you're talking about your oldest child and Damian Crier's son. Now, I'll be damned if you sitting up on this camera telling us that your lights and gas have been off and you over here got a baby by a man who has 500,000 subscribers. Better yet, the man that has 500,000 subscribers, who's your baby daddy, his son has several million subscribers. Y'all, even me, 2 years ago, I did a reaction video on the Erica drama when she had Damien. The Prince family dropped down in my chat and super chatted me $100. Okay? So, girl, you better not be talking about it. Your lights and gas was turned off while you had Damian Crier's son. I don't care if he was in the baby was in your belly or on this earth. You better be talking about when you was just had Cam. But you said kids with an S on the end. So that means more than one. And this baby right here just was born 3 months, not even 3 months ago. Girl, I would be embarrassed to even tell anybody that my lights and gas was turned off, but my baby daddy has 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And his son has several million on one channel. We're not talking about all the other channels they got. On one, the man has several million. Oh, Lord.
That was before. That is not now. That's not current, and it never will be again. I just think that, I would never, ever, ever get on a public platform and degrade a woman. Like a single mother that is doing the best that she can, I would never do that. Ever.
Well, Erica, good. It's good that you would think enough not to defame a single mother such as yourself on the internet streets. Sis, the reality is everybody don't think like you.
Guess what? It's not about what you have. You can have the nicest house, the nicest car, or whatever, but like, who are you in the inside? Are you mean, nasty, and evil? Like, come on now. Like, that was just wrong.
Girl, are you here to read her or to preach to her? I'm confused.
That was just dirty to just sit there and just degrade a single mother. And in the same sentence as calling her broke, you're bragging about one of her child's fathers. You're sharing 6 or 7 bank accounts. That does not say anything about me. That says more so about the individual at hand. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't be sitting up here calling somebody broke, knowing that I got all this money and all these assets, whatever the word is. Like, I wouldn't do that. So it does not say hardly. It just shows that I'm a single mother that's doing the best that I can. But again, I was.
Lord, y'all, Erica over here sounding like Jasmine Jr. Y'all know my Jazzy life. I'm doing the best that I can. Well, sis, you need to do better than that. If you was over there getting your lights and your gas turned off and your baby daddy, Damian Crier, got 500,000 subscribers. Huh? I wouldn't tell a soul that.
Broke. I'm not broke. I don't brag about what I make on YouTube. I don't brag about, I have other streams of income coming in now that I would have never gotten on here bragging about. And just to show y'all just a little bit that I am not broke, I'll show you guys what I've made so far this month.
Well, y'all, Erica has taken us into the depths of her Google Adsense. Exhibit A. This is what Google Adsense look like. If you've ever, all y'all in the comments, whoever wondered, I wonder what my favorite YouTuber makes every month. Well, Erica White, loved by Erica, decided to take you into her Google AdSense profile. And she wanted to let y'all know that she made $11,613 in one damn month. But yet you sat there and accepted all those gifts for that registry. She said, I don't be understanding that. But anyway, that ain't my business because I didn't send her anything. So, y'all, this is a clear indication that what all these people are doing is for the coin. Okay? I mean, rightfully so. Everything is for the coin. I mean, you need coin to live. So Erica made $11,000 in 1 month on YouTube. Okay. So is this a month for her every month? Yeah, I don't know. Right. She didn't take us, she didn't give us a history, a past history. But when she ran that series in May, and what she did in May, she got paid for in June. Well, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. With you getting $11,000 in 1 month, bet not nan bill come over there not being paid. Matter of fact, I bet not hear telling you moving in the next year. You better stay right where you at for at least the next 12 months.
Never come for anybody's kids. Kids are innocent. I think I did say, I mentioned something about school clothes, but I never said kids' school clothes. So if you put kids in that sentence, then that's on whoever, because I didn't say, I would never.
But if you say school clothes, sis, who else needs school clothes? Obviously, kids need school clothes. Like, I don't even understand what she's talking about. Erica, I'm going to tell you like this, sis. You wasting your time talking about Creole Bay. Okay, now, granted, you're getting views for it, and at the rate you're going, you might get you another $11,000 a month. But at the end of the day, if you're up here making damn near $12,000 in 1 month, sis, your next house better be a house that you closing on. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real funky. These people are quick to tell you how much money they're making, but nobody is showing you what property they're owning. Like, impress me by showing me how many properties you own. Or impress me by showing me how much stocks you have. Or impress me by showing me that your savings account is double than what you made in 1 month on YouTube. Now, that's how you impress somebody, okay? Because people can make money every day. It's about if you're sustaining the money. Now, that's how you can impress somebody. Erica, we gone, sis. Okay, good luck to you. Congratulations on making $60K. Girl, because you definitely had put some work in. You deserve every last one of those subscribers, honey. Oh, Lord. Bye, Erica. Bye. Oh, boy. Okay, what y'all think? Oh, Lord, that was a lot, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness gracious. At the end of the day, these are some young women. And what people got, in my opinion, what these people need to understand is, yes, everything is not going to go the way you want it to go. Instead of these folks on here arguing back and forth about what they need to be doing, what they not need to be doing, me personally, I would be focusing more on controlling that bag and maintaining that bag. Because even with the drama, eventually all that plays out. Unless you just going to keep doing new script after new script. But especially for Erica being a mom, single mom of 3 young boys, okay? I would personally think she wouldn't have the time. I mean, look at y'all. She's breastfeeding while filming a video. That clearly shows, sis, that you over there, doing 2 things at once. Me personally, I would take my money and go about my business. Whatever Rakan and Creole Bay over there doing, that's just what they'll do. Damien, in my opinion, would not be in my face, okay? Based off what Erica just stated, where there was periods where she couldn't eat because she wanted to make sure her kids could eat. She said that her lights and gas was turned off, and I'm just going to assume she said it was in the past. So I'm just going to assume that passed I guess in the last 2 years, because we know that's kind of how she met Rakan, because she was in situations where she had to move. She didn't really have a lot of money. She's making more money now. She got different streams of revenue coming in, and good for her. Okay. Cause she definitely sounds like she can't really depend on these men in her life, right? But child, I would not be getting on here telling anybody that my lights and gas was turned off and my baby daddy has 500,000 subscribers plus on YouTube. All right, you guys, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions down below about all the conversation we covered. I'll definitely meet you guys down in the comments, and we can definitely get this conversation popping, all right? Remember, you guys, sub what you love. Bye.